you, Sergeant.
You're not coming back?
You're staying alive. It's an order.
We'll live. You keep the Valkyrie afloat until we get back.
Hoorah!
Motherfucker! God, this seems like another bad fucking idea! What the fuck is wrong with you, Hannah?
Shit. This is a really bad idea, trying to go right at a freaking battleship with a little pissy speedboat.
Almost there!
Fortress. We're close to our target point. Over. Copy that, Fortress. Out.
All right, here it comes.
Tombstone, come on, this is it! It's our fucking day! Do or die!
Do or fucking die! You okay? We're in their blind spot. Get ready.
Secure.
Irish. Don't worry. They're pretty secure.
Yeah, right.
They're made in Sweden.
Oh, that feels so much better. Fortress, this is Tombstone 3. We're in position, ready to blow shit up. What's your status? Over.
We're almost done for, so send it to hell!
Hannah, hit the switch.
Red! Something's wrong! There's no connection! Wrecker,
Fuck, give it to me. We gotta go back down.
okay. Well, only one of us needs to go. Wrecker, do you have another one of those C4 charges? Good. Give it to me.
You are not risking your life, Hannah. I'm Irish, remember? The lucky one. Give it to me, Wrecker.
Wrecker, I risk my life for my country every day. Give me the charge.
Your country needs you alive, Hannah. You are not going down, period. Come on, Wrecker.
Jen, everyone on that ship are dying as we argue. Give me the charge, Wrecker.
My goddamn ship, Hannah. Come on, buddy, do or die.
Make a decision, Wrecker.
Come on, Wrecker, you decide. Oh my God. Valkyrie's gone. You blew it.
Listen to me. You can sink ships. You can wipe out people. You can't kill a knight here. Okay? We're survivors. We're survivors, Tombstone.
Yeah. Oops. I was kind of trying to, do it myself. Yeah, my bad there. I didn't want to send Irish down there, but I didn't really want to send Hannah either. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if I had to do it over again, I guess I would choose Hannah to go down there. No, that's probably sounds horrible to pick one, but given what we just saw, if you don't pick any of them, a lot more people die than just the one of them. But I would have to pick my compatriot in arms, the one I've been with for more than a few days to live if I had to, which would be Irish. So yes, I do regret a little bit. I was hoping if the time ran out, I'd be the one going down there, not just having the Valkyrie blow up. My bad. Oh, but this was a fun game. There are a few glitches, and I don't want to say that that's alright. Obviously, I kind of wish there was no glitches. They're not really game-breaking from what I saw. I've heard of people having game-breaking glitches in single player, but those are very few and far between. There are a few what the hell glitches, like the teleporting, or not teleporting, the I guess is teleporting back on the first mission on the Valkyrie with Pack and Irish, excuse me, and Hannah. But all in all, this is a very fun corridor shooter, and make no mistake, this is a corridor shooter. This is not a sandbox first-person or single-player shooter. But let's be honest, if you're going to buy this, you're probably going to buy it for the multiplayer, and let me tell you folks, that is nothing short of exemplary when you can get it to work properly for more than a game or two at a time. As of the making of this video, it was actually the day of the patch, that they were the client patch, which hopefully I haven't played multiplayer since yesterday, so I don't know if that actually worked or not. If that actually fixed the crashing to desktop thing, then hallelujah, I foresee a lot more time invested in this by me. I already have like 30 hours. I know that's not a lot compared to the level 100s already. I think I'm level like 13. Yes, I spectate a lot. I try and learn from the better people that I see in the lobby. It doesn't work very well, but I can say he's trying to get better, right? But as usual, guys, if you guys actually want to play a few matches with me, I'll be the medic. Not the medic, the assault with the medic loadout. I'll try and keep you alive, but the odds are I'm probably going to die before you will. So I'll try my best. Origin is Barrock214, my Origin ID, so send me a friend request, and hopefully we can go and kick some ass. But yes. Plus, hopefully I'll be able to get a little better by playing with people that are better than me, so wowee. I was actually quite I don't want to say I was a little underwhelmed. No one really cares that I was a little underwhelmed, but that final mission, it was thankfully mercifully a little bit shorter than the Targar, the last mission. But I can see why they made it a little shorter, considering that ending, the 3 endings. You wouldn't want to go through a horribly long thing and then have to go through it 3 times just to get your multiplayer weapons. So I can see why they did it. So I guess it's not really underwhelming. I take that back. But all in all, if I had to say, do you want to get this for a single player only experience? No, not unless what you just saw sounds like or looks like something you've played through multiple times. There are some games I would say yes, like the original Halo, Combat Evolved. I played that game through campaign through probably dozens of times. I can't really recommend you do that with this. But if you have multiplayer capabilities, online, please do yourself a favor. Get this. I'm not going to say get this right now, considering there are some issues I'm not going to gloss over. But as of yesterday, like I said, the patch was released today. I don't know if that's still working, but as of yesterday, every couple matches I would get thrown out of a match. Basically, it would say Battlefield 4 has stopped working or whatever. While it was working, everything was fine. 90, 100 FPS, same as I get during single player. So, except when crap really went down, then it went down to like 60 when there was a helicopter flying overhead, jets going everywhere, flash grenades, incendiary grenades going off, and you're just, yeah, that's when crap went down to 50, but that was very few and far in between. As long as you have a decently powerful video card and you actually scale your settings down to its appropriate settings. For example, if you're gaming on like a 580, you're probably not going to be able to play it on Ultra. Probably medium with some high settings here and there. I can make it educated guesses if anybody wants me to guess at what your settings might be, but I'm not by any means, the authority on such things. But yes, even on low, I've turned this thing down to low before. This game still looks fantastic, even in multiplayer. The game does look the game does look a little bit worse in multiplayer, mainly because obviously you have 64 people all jammed into one map, and they got to make some sacrifices there because you have 64 basically chaos entities doing whatever the hell they want to your map. They can't have single player graphics in multiplayer. That's to be expected. There's only one real negative I see to this game, and that's not really a negative considering I can see why they did it. I kind of wish they had bots. That's not a game-breaking thing. I wish there was bots, but I can see why they did, and that's a lot of time and energy dedicated into programming AI and things like that. And holy God, this is a very long credits. It's almost as long as Heavy Rain's credits were. But I guess with a AAA title like this, I'm not really surprised. All the money they pumped into this game, was it 100 million? I just made that number up, don't quote me on that whatsoever. I've heard of AAA games getting millions of dollars. I'm guessing this got at least a few $1 million. But I'm not here to get into a big argument or discussion about how much should video games cost to be made. I'm not into that. But I believe for the money spent, they could have done a few more things. But all in all, I would have to give this game a thumbs up for multiplayer. For single player, it depends. You'd really have to watch a few levels, which if you're watching this, you apparently did, so you can make your own decisions on that. The only real big game-breaking glitch beyond, the only game-breaking glitch that I ran into was back when we first invaded, was it Singapore? It wasn't Singapore. It was the one with the stormy level, where I got stuck inside the van, which is remedied by don't go near that van when the thing tilts or moves. Beyond that, it relatively bug-free, but I would rather wish it had been completely, but what can you do? And if that just cut horrendously, I'm sorry. Shadowplay cut out right in the middle of the credits. I don't know where that cut out, but really, I don't think anyone's gonna complain. You cut out some of the credits, man. Yeah, I didn't really mean to. I know. You'd much rather the actual gameplay footage got cut out. I know all about it. I know. You'd rather heard about Benjamin Smith than the choice I made on the Valkyrie. Or rather, the lack of choice I made on the Valkyrie. About the Valkyrie's fate. But yeah, there are some annoying parts of it, mainly because my playstyle, I didn't really like all the anti-tank that was in the game, but I can certainly see why they had it. It did make the game feel a bit more epic in scale. Obviously, I was a bit cautious. The only really thing you're probably disappointed in, if you're disappointed by anything in this Let's Play, is the last Session 6. I went through that thing so many times. I died probably tens of times, and the last attempt, the one I did with Shadowplay, I actually didn't die once because I had to learn the whole darn thing. So it made me look better than I was. Trust me guys, I suck at Battlefield. I can aim decently, not very well. So yeah. Like I said though, if you do want me to be in your group and try and keep everybody alive, I will endeavor to do that. I'm not really that good of a recon. If I'm going to be a recon, I'd probably end up being a closer range recon, try and spot people and things like that. I either play support or assault. Most often I don't really like being an engineer because I don't really like vehicles, period. I mean, I like vehicles being in the game, I just personally don't really like operating them, or I mean, I'll repair them as an engineer, but I'm not going to be operating them. But yes, I'll either be dropping ammo or dropping health. That's just the kind of person I am. I like supporting my teammates, healing, what have you. It's a rare thing nowadays, but it is very necessary. Holy crap, this is still going on. As I mentioned before, this is the hardest part in Let's Plays, as far as putting up commentary. All I'm doing right now is just rambling on, trying not to sound incoherent, really. I'm probably failing rather hardcore, but I don't really mind that much right now. I'm also sitting here wondering how in the hell many more people could there possibly been involved in this. We're on to the... well... I've never even heard of compliance, but... alright, whatever. I'm trying to think of anything else I could say about Battlefield 4. Let's see. Anything else I can say would probably just be a rehashing of anything you could look up on Google. I mean, I could go on saying that my personal favorite map or whatever, but no one really cares about what my personal favorite map is. I will say probably my favorite Levolution map, or Levolution event, probably is... as overdone as it was in the beta, I did love that skyscraper falling. Because you could have a whole lot of fun whenever that happened if you were carrying a lock-on, kind of, if it was able to lock on with a recon, painting a target, jump off the skyscraper, pull out your law or whatever it was, and then just shoot a helicopter while you're parachuting down, and those are Battlefield moments that everybody loves. And the great thing is, with Shadowplay here, I don't even have to be recording. I can just, have something like that happen, then press the shadow button or whatever it is. And that's a good reason if anybody is looking for a new video card. If you are going to go NVIDIA, make sure you get at least 600 or above. I think that's what Shadowplay is, 600 or above. I know my EVGA Superclock 780 has it. But you can ultra this game, I think, with a 760, but you'll have to make some sacrifices. You don't need a Titan, you don't need like an 880 that's coming out shortly, or a 780 Ti. I mean, it's great. It will work just fine. It'll probably get a lot better than my 780 here, but it's a bit overkill. The one thing I will say, though, if you are going to get Battlefield 4 on the PC, you might consider installing it onto a solid-state drive, because that, especially if you like playing vehicles, mainly because you will probably be one of the first ones to zone into a new map. And obviously, anybody that likes playing vehicles likes having first dibs. I know a lot of people are probably going to curse because, you gave away my secret. I guess I'll never get a vehicle again. I say everybody should probably put this on a solid state drive, but if you don't have one, I can certainly understand why you wouldn't have a solid state drive. They're pretty hefty for price for the, the performance, or not performance, the storage ratio, but still, I mean, they're nice. Okay, we're getting to the, or I guess we're not. I was gonna say, I'm seeing we're getting towards the end. At least I would hope so with the special thanks, but I guess not. I think there's more commentary in the credits in this episode than there is. The credits might take up an entire episode of their own self. I don't know. They might be. Oh, but yes. What am I going to do next? Well, that's a good question. I was thinking about maybe doing another... I know. Hear me out, though. I was thinking of either doing another Dark Souls Let's Play, but this time going back to my roots. My very first Let's Play for Dark Souls was on the PC. This time, however, I would be doing it on the PC, but I would be doing it with mods. And Dark Souls is a whole different animal with mods on. I'd be doing with the aggressive mod. Anybody's ever played with the aggressive mod? You know what a crap storm that is. Not in a bad way, I mean what insanity it is. I don't know if I'll have recorded gameplay of that previous. I haven't finished and rendered, but I don't know if I'll be uploading this before this video. But if you haven't played with the aggressive mod, let's just say, I hope you don't rely on not aggroing anything in the level that you don't want to fight, because you are a giant magnet that attracts enemies from hundreds of yards away. not feet away, hundreds of yards away. The moment you get into, anyway, that just ended rather abruptly. Anyway, guys, yeah, hopefully that you enjoyed Battlefield 4 in all its ultra glory, and I had a fun time, and hopefully you guys did. And I don't think I actually showed this intro cinematic, so I guess I have just a minute or two left. But yeah, it is either going to be Dark Souls or Edmund Harvey, The Breakout. You know, if you have a preference on whichever one you'd rather watch next, you know, send me a comment. I'd love to play either one. Those were the two I'd like to play, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching all those credits and listening to me. Anyway, hopefully I shall see you all later. Goodbye, everyone.